Hey y'all, I'm Adriana. Thanks for checking out my channel. In this video I am attempting this tie-dye eyeshadow look. I think it came out pretty good. Like, I feel like it looks good, and then like I feel like I'm judging myself too harshly, and I start like looking at it like really closely, and I'm like, oh, I fucked up there. So I think it looks pretty good. I think this eye definitely looks better than my left eye, which is kind of a good thing because this is the eye I did on camera. So yeah, I'm going to be doing like a tutorial thing on it because when I looked this up, there really weren't any videos that like really explained how to do this. I'm going to talk a little bit and then I'll get into the tutorial a little bit later in the video, so if you're interested, then keep watching. Alright y'all, so I did this video because I saw someone do it on Instagram and I was like, that's so cool. I had no desire to recreate it, however, and then a few days ago I went into Route 21 and I saw this shirt. It's a tie-dye Selena shirt. I thought it was really cool because it's tie-dye, even though this picture is on like so many Selena shirts. But I mean, I liked it because it was tie-dye. I really have a thing for tie-dye. So when I saw it, I was like, oh, I totally want that shirt. I've never seen a tie-dye Selena shirt. So I went ahead and got it, and then this was my inspiration to try the tie-dye look. So the girl that I saw that did it credited someone else, and I will credit her down below. She's probably the person that I most followed the tutorial on. I did look up tie-dye makeup on YouTube, and only about like 3 videos came up that I found somewhat helpful, hers being one of them. But still, then it wasn't super explanatory, so hopefully I explain better, not better than her, but like her look looks way better than mine. Not even gonna like try and front or anything, but I kind of wanted, you know, I kind of needed a little more help, and I feel like some people are also like that. But I do think it's a really cute look. I'm not sure who came up with it, if she came up with it or if someone else came up with it. But she's the person I'm crediting because she's the person that the person I saw credited. In her video, she's like, oh, this was so easy, and this was like the quickest look I've ever done. And I was just like, okay, cool. And then I tried it, and I'm not kidding you guys, I probably did my eyes over like 5 times before I felt like it was decent looking. So this is what I came out with. Hopefully I explain really well in the video what I'm doing and stuff. I am going to do like a voiceover just because while I was doing it, I just had to focus on my eyes. It is a little bit tricky to do. Definitely have to practice at it. I wouldn't say like do this right before, you know, you're trying to go somewhere or like do something. Like, practice before, just so you can kind of get the hang of it, because, you know, making the lines and blending it out and not over blending it, because this look is something that you don't want to over blend. Go try the dragon drink from Starbucks. It's so good. If you're going to attempt to do this, I would suggest practicing. Some people might get it right off the bat, but I would suggest practicing just because it's a little bit difficult to get the hang of. And you do need like certain brushes, I feel, which I'll explain during the tutorial part. And you definitely need bright colored eyeshadow palettes, like rainbow looking. I would suggest Take Me to Brazil, which I did use a little bit, not as much as I thought I was going to use. I did actually use the Zulu palette from Juvia's Place, and I also used a Laura Lee palette, which I'm not a fan of Laura Lee. I don't like her. I'm not like promoting her. I don't want to promote her, but in a way I kind of am, because I am using the palette. But I really do like this palette. But the only reason I do have it is because it was a part of my BoxyCharm a few months ago. So that's why I'm using it. But if you have any alternatives, then by all means go ahead and use those. I'm not promoting Laura Lee's brand or whatever. It's just what I had on hand. And I mean, it's a nice palette if you don't mind her or whatever. I'm not trying to tell anybody who they should buy from or anything like that. Yeah, just to let you guys know, I'm not promoting her. I don't really like her that much, but I do like the palette, and I got it almost basically for free. So, and then I also did use Jeffree Star's Beauty Killer for one of the shades. I would also recommend having makeup wipes on hand because it's a messy look to do. Definitely suggest doing your eyes before you do your makeup, your face makeup, because I mean, I'm just telling you right now, this is a messy look to try. I have like makeup like little mini towels that I use that I'll, you know, clean my brushes off on, or you know, stuff mainly to do that, like to kind of like wipe any color off of it while I'm using it. And that was just like rainbow colored right now because of how much I had to do for this look. So yeah, it's crazy. Have makeup wipes handy. Also have like a spray, like a setting spray or like any kind of facial spray, so you can spray your brush while you're doing this to give you some extra pigment. Because just doing this with dry strokes isn't going to give you the desired effect, if that makes any sense. It's just going to be kind of chalky looking because of the way we're doing this, and we're not blending it like you would another eye look. So that's just my suggestion. If you don't want to do that, then that's totally fine, but this is how I found it easiest for myself. So I would like spray my brush, wipe it off real quick, and then dip it into the color that I was going to use. That way I get the pigment that I wanted. So you're also going to want to use kind of a flat brush. On the tutorial, or the main tutorial that I was watching, she's using a small angled brush, but that didn't really work for me. I felt like it was just giving me too chunky of lines, and I didn't really like that, and it was just kind of like doing blobs, not really lines. So I used a super flat brush, which I will show in the tutorial, and that's what I was using to make the lines and make them very like line looking. If you want your lines chunkier, then by all means use the small angled brush, but that's just, like I said, what worked for me. Hopefully I covered everything that I wanted to cover, and I'll be, you know, explaining a little bit more over on the tutorial when I do the voiceover. So yeah. So hopefully you guys liked this. I'm not perfect, I am fully aware of that. But I did kind of just want to have some fun and do like a little tutorial. I miss tutorials on YouTube. YouTube is just becoming so crazy as far as like the beauty community. With all of the stuff going on right now, it's just so crazy, and it's like I miss tutorials and hauls and get ready with me's instead of these drama videos. And you know, there's so much drama surrounding the beauty community right now. And it's just overwhelming, and it's, you know, I wish we could go back to the old YouTube where people would watch tutorials and hauls and stuff like that. But now, for some reason, people are into watch my boyfriend do my makeup on me and not do a good job. Watch me do my makeup while I eat 5 burgers. You know, kind of stuff like that. That it's just, that really isn't, I don't know why the beauty community went that way. It's just kind of weird, but I wish we could go back to this, so that's why I'm doing it. I'm just trying to have fun. I'm not really trying to follow any kind of specific pattern or anything with the beauty community, because yeah, you know, that's not me. So I'm just doing what I want to do, trying to have fun. So hopefully you like this. Hopefully you try it. If you do, definitely send me a picture, like on Twitter, on Instagram, on Snapchat, whatever. I would definitely like to see you guys' recreations. And like I said, I will credit Homegirl down below, and maybe you can get some stuff from her as well, because I feel like she did do a better job than I did. But yeah, I think it came out pretty cute, not gonna lie. Is it perfect? No, but I like it. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you like this video, then please leave a thumbs up, and also remember to subscribe to my channel because that helps me out a lot. If you have any questions, comments, or anything like that, you can always reach me down below in the comment section or on social media, which I will leave at the beginning, the end, and in the description of this video. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope I see you soon. Bye! Alright, so jumping right into it, I'm using this very flat brush to create these little lines or strokes on the lid. This is mainly going to be the technique that we're going to use throughout this look. So I'm also taking that darker blue just to give me a little bit more pigment in what I'm doing. And then I'm going to take that all the way in and then just go over it really quick to make sure I'm getting that pigment. I'm going to do purple next, and you're going to create the same strokes in between the blue strokes that you just made. So to get the purple pigment to like really show up, I was wetting my brush here. So that's a technique that I was using to really get the colors to show up for me. And then I'm just going over those lines again just to make sure that the pigment is there, and then I'm just cleaning up just so I'm ready for the next color, which is pink. And I'm going to do the same thing and just add the pink in between the purple strokes that I just made. So I did use a brighter pink from Jeffree Star's Beauty Killer palette also to go over it, just because I felt like the pink was kind of getting lost in the blending. With this look, you want to be very light with your blending. And then here I'm just going over with the blue again. I did this several times, went over colors so their vibrance would come back. Here I'm doing orange now, just going in between the pink lines and doing orange lines. I did go back in with the pink again just to bring out that pink, like I was saying. And then after this, I'm going to take a blending brush and blend in some yellow under the orange. And then I'm going to take the orange again and create those lines again, because it does get lost when you start blending. That's why I was saying you have to have a really light hand to blend with this look. And then last, I'm taking this green shade and just putting that right on the eyelid. And then I just very lightly blended everything together. And that's pretty much how I got this look. Hopefully I explained everything in the video, and hopefully you see what I was doing in the tutorial portion of the video. So yeah, just blending very lightly and creating those strokes is all you have to do to achieve this look.